Yes. So we have, okay, we have two more who have joined. Regina Bhattacharya. Okay. So this is our group for seniors, which is hand in hand. We started this group, Sanjay ji, during COVID to keep all the seniors of the society engaged. So that because during the COVID, people couldn't move out, as you know, it was very difficult. So we just, we three friends, Swati, Madhumita, and myself. Madhumita will be joining us very soon. So we thought of doing something for the seniors, and this is the platform that we started. And since then, we've had a lot of people who've joined us to sing. There are singers, there are people who shared good health, there are health tips, and then nutrition tips, and yoga, and whatnot. So this is, we've completed a year, and today we would all like to welcome you on behalf of Hand in Hand. And thank you very much for accepting this invitation and sharing your time with us. And I'm sure you're going to have a lovely time with our viewers this evening. Once again, we welcome you, Sanjay ji, Captain Sanjay ji.
Thank you.
The stage is all yours.
Okay, I'm not able to share screen, so just give me rights.
I'll give you rights. Hold on, I'll just give you rights. I'll make you a co-host. Okay.
Thank you. Fantastic. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you, Sagarika ji. Thank you so much for your, this opportunity that you have given to me to be able to speak to all of your beautiful senior citizens. I am only 25 years old, running on 60 plus. So I'm not in your group. Sorry. But anyway, that's a joke. Meera ji, Swati ji, Dhruv, phone, okay, Gulab ji, Freddy ji, Rosie Narona, my dear sister, and Vasudev Motwani sir, Akash Ramchandani ji, Jay Dalima, Dilip Kumar Tota, Tanuja ji, Subhadra Kar, my Brahman ji, my big brother, my beautiful young brother, Mrs. Mathur, Sarita Nair, Renu Gupta, Regina Bhattacharya, and Marilyn. Welcome, guys, everybody. And my name is Captain Sanjay Vijan, as displayed on my screen. A little bit about my background, with your permission, Sagarika ji.
Yes, please, please.
Okay, I come from the Merchant Navy. I've been a captain in the Merchant Navy, and then I've been into the corporate, into various different posts, and up to the director level in a multinational shipping company. And now I've also been a counselor, a motivational speaker, rewire your brain person who's always believing in the mind and thinking.
Please unmute yourself, Captain ji. I've muted everyone.
Thanks for that. I'm also a Catholic preacher, teacher, counselor, and basically I specialize in marriage counseling. That's been my forte, because I come from a marriage which was absolutely on the rocks, and today it's the most rocking marriage in the world. So that's my story, a little bit about it, and I can go on and on about myself, but I won't want to bore you. Today's topic, let's come to that. Today's topic is mental diet. And
sorry, Captain ji, if you could mix Hindi English together.
चलो ठीक है, I'll do that. तो आज का टॉपिक है मेंटल डाइट. जैसे हम खाने में डाइटिंग करते हैं कि क्या खाना चाहिए, अच्छा क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए, what we should eat and what we should not eat. Similarly, this is a mental diet. So mental, you go on a diet and get your mind totally fit and going. So that effect of a mental diet lasts. It lasts forever with you, because you are transforming your mind, reprogramming your mind, and you are making your mind into training your mind to habitually think in a particular manner, and that is a very positive manner. So without wasting any time, let me get on to my slides, guys. And if you have any questions, you can just note them down or put them in the chat box. We will answer them all at the end. And of course, any other clarifications or doubts that may be there, at the end, Sagarika ji, with your permission, we could have about a little debrief,
Yes,
yeah?
Yes.
So let me share screen. So today's topic is 7-day mental diet. 7-day mental diet is the topic of the day. You know, we have all self-hated thoughts, doubts, low self-images, old beliefs, victim mentality. Victim mentality, 95 to 98% world in this people in this world have a victim mentality. ये विक्टिम मेंटालिटी क्या होती है? विक्टिम मेंटालिटी वो होती है कि हर चीज के लिए अपने आप को जस्टिफाई करना, कंप्लेन करना और हमेशा सोचना कि कोई मेरा बुरा कर रहा है, सारा संसार मेरे विरुद्ध है, एवरीबडी इज अगेंस्ट मी, द होल यूनिवर्स इज अगेंस्ट मी, माय फैमिली इज अगेंस्ट मी, माय कोलीग्स आर अगेंस्ट मी, माय बॉस इज अगेंस्ट मी, एंड आई एम ऑलवेज कंप्लेनिंग और व्हाटएवर आई डू आई जस्टिफाई के अरे मैं ये नहीं किया, and I'm blaming people. I'm also having a blaming culture. That is called a victim mentality. और अब हमको क्या करना है कि अपने आप को तब्दीली, अपने अंदर तब्दीली लानी है, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लाना है कि विक्टिम मेंटालिटी से हमको एम्पावरमेंट मेंटालिटी में आना है. We need to come to the empowerment mentality. That means we have the power to think in the way that we are supposed to and the way in which we want to think. Okay, and that victim mentality is based on the old beliefs, the old thought processes that are there, worries, tensions, anxieties that are there in our life. Just a little bit to go ahead, before I go ahead, I proclaim that I'm the most happiest man in the world. Okay, and my mission is that everybody, all of you here and your families should become the happiest people in the world. चेहरे पे हमेशा मुस्कान होनी चाहिए, दिल में एक उभार होना चाहिए, दिल में एक रंग होना चाहिए, दिल में जैसे वो एक सिस्टर कह रही थी सत्संग होना चाहिए, दिल में एक यू शुड बी हैविंग फुआरे उड़ने चाहिए, देयर शुड बी फाउंटेन्स ऑफ जॉय फ्रॉम विद इन. सो दैट्स माय मिशन. आई हैव कम हियर सो दैट आई कैन शेयर दिस जॉय, share this happiness with you, so that each one of you can also become a very, very happy person in this world. Okay, so this is what our mind is. Mind में ये सब कचरा भरा हुआ है. Lot of things are there, some good, some bad, some bottles are there, some photographs, camera pictures हैं, और कुछ मैसेजेस हैं, कुछ सोशल मीडिया से आती है, कुछ दुनिया से हम लोग सुनते हैं, और हमारे मन में बहुत सारा कचरा भरा हुआ है. बहुत सी चीजें आती हैं और हम उसको कैसे सोचते हैं, कैसे लेते हैं, उसके ऊपर everything depends. Okay, so let me go. So food diet, food diet is, everybody is very particular nowadays. अरे मेरी food diet ऐसी होनी चाहिए, मेरा so that my body is healthy. And it is one of the most biggest, hottest topics around, कि food diet, अरे ये खाओ वो खाओ. आजकल मैं रेड पेपर और येलो पेपर बहुत खा रहा हूँ, ब्रोकोली भी खा रहा हूँ. हमारी माधुरी जी हैं जो हमारी एक फेलो कलीग है, उन्होंने हमको सिखाया, तो मैंने जिंदगी में कभी ये सब नहीं खाया था. तो मैं आजकल रेड पेपर्स और येलो पेपर्स और ग्रीन तो कैप्सिकम तो खाते थे, और उसके साथ में ब्रोकोलियां खा रहा हूं. मैं पंजाबी में कहते हैं ब्रोकोलियां खा रहा हूं, और मैं वो क्या जुकूनियां खा रहा हूं, और क्या क्या नहीं खा रहा हूं, पर आई एम ट्राइंग टू बी हेल्दी. सो फिजिकली यू बिकम द थिंग दैट यू ईट. ओके, फिजिकली you become the thing that you, and most of us, handsome people like me are very food conscious, कि क्या खाना है क्या नहीं खाना है. And a lot of beautiful people like you, I'm sure you are very food conscious also, कि क्या खाना है क्या नहीं खाना हुआ, तला हुआ ज्यादा नहीं खाना है. So we are very, very conscious. So our whole body is really composed of all the food that we have eaten in the past. पुराने जमाने में क्या खाया है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड होता है. हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग, और हम भी कहते हैं कभी कभी अपनों को, अरे सब हमने तो प्योर घी खाया है, खरा घी खाया है हमने तो, इसलिए हमारे अंदर ताकत है, हमने पराठे खाए हैं, फलाना खाया, ठिकाना खाया है. तो पीपल टॉक लाइक दैट, and what you eat today will be in your bloodstream after the lapse of so many hours, and it is in your bloodstream that builds up, it is your bloodstream that builds up the tissues. So your bodily हम लोग बहुत कॉन्शियस हैं, but हम अपने माइंड को क्या करते हैं? माइंड में कचरा भरे जा रहे हैं, और माइंड के अंदर क्या डाइट कर रहे हैं. तो ये आज का विषय जो है, टुडेस टॉपिक इज बेस्ड ऑन अ मेंटल डाइट. वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ मेंटल डाइट. सो दैट इज अ मेंटल डाइट व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. एंड इट सेज यू आर नॉट व्हाट यू थिंक यू आर, but what you think you are. I will repeat this. you are not what you think you are, but what you think that you are. What you think that you are. So that's very important to understand कि आप जो सोचते हैं कि मैं ये हूं, मैं वो हूं, मैं तुर्रम खान हूं, मैं फलाना हूं, डिकाना हूं, वो आप नहीं है। लेकिन जो आप सोचते हैं ना वही आप बनते हैं। तो वॉट एवर यू थिंक दैट यू विल बिकम. So your thoughts should be very, very important. So most important of all factors in your life is a mental diet on which you live. Your mental diet is very important, not only for your life में जो भी चीजें हैं, but even for your health, even your bodily health. With all the good diet that you may eat, if you are mentally not okay, still you will be affected by sicknesses, diseases, and unhappiness. Basically unhappiness, dissatisfaction, people are not satisfied and stuff like that. So it is the thoughts that you allow yourself to think. See, thoughts will keep coming. What do you allow yourself to think? That's the subject that you allow your mind to dwell upon. See, thoughts will come. What are you allowing to dwell upon? आप किस चीज के ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते रहते हैं? एक थॉट आया, आप उसको पकड़ते हो, उसको गले लगाते हो और उसके साथ फिर आप डांस करना शुरू कर देते हो. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. So that's very important. What come? Because a lot of thoughts will come. I mean, unconsciously so many thoughts will come, so many things will happen. But today is the day that we are going to take a very conscious decision. हम लोग एक ऐसा डिसीजन लेने वाले हैं कि हमारी जो थॉट प्रोसेस है उसको तब्दील करना है, उसको बदली करना है पूरी तरह से. Okay. So today, everything that is there in your life, the state of your body, whether healthy or sick, your fortunes, आपके पास पैसा कितना है, prosperity है या आप गरीबी में रह रहे हैं, आपका घर कैसा है, वहां पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं कि आपके घर में उदासी है और कसम का माहौल अच्छा नहीं है, और आपकी कंडीशन कैसी है, आपके रिलेशनशिप्स कैसे हैं, आपके स्पाउस के साथ, आपके हस्बैंड, आपके वाइफ के साथ, बच्चों के साथ, ससुराल में कैसे हैं, और इर्द गिर्द फ्रेंड्स के साथ कैसे रिलेशनशिप है. ये सब जो चीज है ये आपके विचारों की, आपके थॉट्स और आपकी जो फीलिंग्स है उसके जो आपने पास्ट में किया है उसके ऊपर पूरा डिपेंडेंट है और उसके ऊपर पूरा बना हुआ है. तो आपने आपके दिमाग में क्या थॉट्स हैं, क्या चल रहा है, उसके ऊपर ये सब डिपेंड होता है. Sagarika ji, request if you can make somebody else also co-host, you can keep admitting people. So that will be nice. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm admitting everybody. Don't worry.
Okay. No,
I'm taking care of it. Yeah, I'm taking care of it.
और एक को भी बना दीजिए. So okay. And हमारी जो what our life is today and it's going to be in the future is also entirely dependent on the thoughts and feelings which I choose to entertain. हम जो सोचते हैं कि आज हम इस किस्म के विचारधारा हमारी बदली करेंगे और कैसे थॉट्स हम लोग रखेंगे, उसके ऊपर हमारा आज और हमारा कल, जो आने वाला कल है, हमारा फ्यूचर है, उसके ऊपर पूरी तरह से डिपेंडेंट है. तो क्या सोचते हैं आप, क्या सोचा है उसको तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, जो सोचा है वो खत्म हो गया. लेकिन टुडे इज द डे ऑफ योर मिरेकल. टुडे इज द डे ऑफ योर हीलिंग. एज वी स्पीक, today there are going to be signs and wonders, miracles and healings in your life because your mental thought process is going to change. Today you will go on a mental diet, or today means whenever, and you will know about the mental diet and how to do that mental diet and how you can transform your thinking into a very, very positive thinking and a very beautiful thinking which will really have fantastic effects in your life, positive effects. Great. If you change your mind, you change your life. It's simple. Change your mind, change your life. If you don't change your mind, your life will remain the same as it is today. We always, like I'm the happiest person in the world, definitely. But definitely I want my today, my tomorrow to be better and better and better. We want our life to become better and better and better. Physically, mentally, emotionally, health-wise, relationship-wise, financially, whatever way, socially, whatever way. We all wanted to get better and better and better, and we need to grow mentally. हमको बढ़ना है आगे. If we stagnate, we will come down. So it's a process which always keeps going up and up and up. So you choose the life, your life, and all the conditions of your life when you choose the thoughts upon which you allow your mind to dwell. आप किस विचारधारा से जीते हैं उसके ऊपर आपकी जिंदगी और आपके जो सर्कमस्टेंसेस हैं, जो कंडीशंस हैं आपकी जिंदगी का, उसके ऊपर पूरी तरह से निर्भर है. सो थॉट इज द रियल पॉजिटिव फोर्स इन लाइफ. हर चीज थॉट के ऊपर डिपेंड होती है. आप सोचते क्या हैं. आप यू कैनॉट हैव वन काइंड ऑफ माइंड एंड अनदर काइंड ऑफ एनवायरमेंट. If your thought process is positive, you will have a positive life. Your environment will be positive. If your thought process is negative, आप कुछ भी यहाँ पर बता दीजिए, दिखावा कर लीजिए, लेकिन आपका, आप जिस माहौल में रह रहे हैं, आप जिस माहौल में एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो हेल्थ का हो, चाहे रिलेशनशिप का हो, फाइनेंस का हो, चाहे वो किसी भी तरीके का, घर के लोगों के साथ आपका कैसे, वो जो वातावरण है, वो जो माहौल है, वो बदलने के लिए आपके थॉट्स को पॉजिटिव और उसको चेंज करना बहुत जरूरी है. अदरवाइज आपके थॉट्स अगर नेगेटिव रहेंगे तो आपका एनवायरनमेंट कभी भी बदले नहीं होगा. दैट इज द की. दैट इज द की. ओके, दैट मीन्स दैट यू कैनॉट चेंज योर एनवायरनमेंट व्हाइल लीविंग योर माइंड अनचेंज. अगर आप अपने मन को नहीं बदलते, अपने थॉट्स को नहीं बदलते, then you cannot change your environment. Your environment will remain the same. Also, nor can you change your mind without the environment changing. When you change your mind, your environment will start changing. ये चीज को बहुत गौर कीजिएगा. The last sentence. Nor can you change your mind without your environment changing too. If you change your mind into a positive thinking mind and habituate it, एक आदत ऐसी डाल लेते हैं कि मैं सिर्फ पॉजिटिव सोचूंगा, पॉजिटिव सोचूंगा, पॉजिटिव सोचूंगा, अच्छा सोचूंगा, अच्छा सोचूंगा, अच्छा सोचूंगा, तो आपका जो माहौल है, आपका जो एटमॉस्फेयर है, पूरा एनवायरनमेंट है, वो पूरा 100% बदली होगा. क्योंकि आप अगर मन बदली करते हो, थॉट्स बदली करते हो, एनवायरनमेंट बदलना लाजिम है. लाजिम, दो ये वर्ड दुबई वाले अच्छे जानते हैं क्या बोलते हैं लाजिम को, तो इट्स नेसेसरी, इम्पेरेटिव हो जाता है वो. So the other thing is, when you fill your mind with positive thoughts, your life will start to change for sure. If you change your mind, your condition must change too. This must over here should be in bold. The must. If you change your mind, your conditions will change. Pakka, 100%. Your body must change. Your daily work and other activities must change. It will change. Your home will change. Your the tone of your life, the color tone of your life will change. Everything will change. Whether you are habitually happy and cheerful or low spirit and fearful depends entirely on the quality of the mental food upon which you're dieting yourself. आप किस किस्म के विचार लाते हैं अपने मन में, उसके ऊपर सब कुछ डिपेंड करता है कि आपके लाइफ में खुशियां हैं या फिर आपके लाइफ में आप बहुत उदास हैं और आपका घर का माहौल या आपके किसी भी एरिया में लाइफ में हेल्थ में कुछ ना कुछ आपको प्रॉब्लम है. सो ये चीज को बहुत ध्यान से समझिएगा. इफ यू चेंज योर माइंड, योर कंडीशंस मस्ट चेंज टू. दैट इज द पावर ऑफ चेंजिंग योर माइंड. एंड गाइस, इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट इज आज सोच लिया कि कल मैं माइंड चेंज कर लूंगा और हो जाएगा. लेट्स कम टू दैट ऑल्सो. नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग नेक्स्ट? हाउ डू वी डू इट? We are all transformed by the renewing of our mind. See, our past, संसार, लोगों ने बहुत कुछ हमको सिखाया है. Our past experiences, not necessarily that they are right. See, whatever we have been taught, whatever our elders have taught us, whatever our ancestors have taught us, is not 100% right. We are just accepting it कि नहीं, ये तो पुराना है तो सही होगा. और इसके ऊपर हम लोग, so that is what the world is based on. So we do not need to conform to the pattern of the world and the past, but we need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. The renewing of our mind is very, very important. If you don't renew your mind, you will do as the world is doing, and the world is not a happy place. We all know it. People are not very happy. People generally, you find people are complaining, justifying, blaming. The victim mentality continues. We all who are here are today being transformed by the renewing of our mind, and we are going to be transformed from victim mentality to empowerment mentality, or it is called the victim consciousness to empowerment consciousness. And then of course there are further consciousness that are there where you are abjectly surrendering to the divine, and also then you are going to further where you are getting merging with the divine totally. Those are stages which happen by the grace of the divine, not by any efforts of yours. But here the effort is very, very necessary, from victimhood to empowerment, and then automatically other things will come as you continue being empowered. So mental diet, moods, आपके moods कैसे रहते हैं? Mood is very important. आपका ऐसा सड़ू चेहरा है या आप हंसते रहते हो, आपको डिसाइड करना है कि what is your personality. आपका मूड कैसा रहता है? आपका जब लोग बात करते हैं तो आपका मूड कैसा रहता है? Are you always a smiling person, always positive, और नहीं भी जैसा भी परिस्थिति है उसमें आप हमेशा स्माइल कर रहे हो, आप हमेशा you are having a, what do you call, positive mindset. Your mood is good always. But if your mood is negative, if your mood is sad, if your mood is upset, then things will not work out well for you, because the moods, they make your happiness or they spoil your happiness, both ways. So control your moods is what we are going to do by controlling our thinking, because the mood, everything depends on the mood. So you cannot be healthy, you cannot be happy, you cannot be prosperous if you have a bad mood. अगर आप ऐसा bad mood बना के बैठते हो तो आप कभी भी healthy भी नहीं रह सकते हो, physically or mentally or emotionally or spiritually, and you cannot be a happy, joyous person, you cannot be a prosperous person. आपके अंदर prosperity नहीं आएगी, आपके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ आपकी लाइफ में दिक्कतें आती रहेंगी. अगर आप इफ यू आर सल्की और सर्ली और सिनिकल, आप जैसे ताने देते हो किसी को हमेशा, या आप गॉसिप करते रहते हो, और आपको यू आर कीपिंग फीलिंग लाइक डिप्रेस के लोग, सारा संसार मेरे अगेंस्ट है, और अपने आप को बहुत सुपीरियर समझते हो, या इफ यू आर फ्राइटेंड, आपको हर चीज में डर लगता है, हेलो मुझे तो बहुत डर लगता है हर चीज में. ये डर नाम की चीज, जो फियर नाम की चीज है, ये अपनी डिक्शनरी से पूरी तरह से चौकड़ी मार के क्रॉस करके निकाल दीजिए. I never ever utter this word scared, fearful. डर लगता है, डर तो किसी के बाप से नहीं लगता है. Because God is with you, you don't have to be worried about anything. God is always with you. God loves you. So don't have to be scared, don't have to be fearful. So never use that word. डर लगता है. It's become very common, in our parlance every day. People, I see, अरे एक कुछ हो गया तो मुझे डर लग रहा है. अरे डर क्यों लग रहा है भाई? आगे बढ़ो, उससे fight it out and come out of it. Why get scared? So these are things, these kind of negative moods that are there, they actually make your life. If you want to make your life happy and worthwhile, which is what God wishes you to be, to make it, you must begin to immediately train yourself in the habit of thought selection and thought control. Thought selection and thought control बहुत जरूरी है. It is difficult, but if you do it, take a stand, take a decision and go, it is easier, it will become easier, and it is also one of the most beautiful experiment that you will do. I have done it with certain of our group members. We did it, the last session that I took, and then there were about 5 or 6 people who came. We came onto a WhatsApp group and then we came together. I led them into that, and we were, reporting what we are going through, not in details, but, generally, ek dusre ko we were encouraging, and, so that the negative things don't come in our mind. So it's not something very easy, but it's not impossible. In fact, this thought control is the most thrilling, interesting hobby that you could have. You could be just sitting. It's a beautiful hobby. आप सोच रहे हो कुछ, आपका दिमाग में some thought is coming. You're thinking, अरे no, negative, निकाल इसको, निकाल, भगा. तो ये एक आदत पड़ जाएगी और एक हॉबी हो जाएगी, क्योंकि all the time, negative things bombard into our mind. Your spouse, your wife, or your husband, your child, your parent, your colleague says something, और एक negative arrow वहां से आता है और हम लोग सोचते हैं. For people who are spiritual minded, when you are thinking negative, when you are disappointed, when you are irritated, when something hurts you, you lose the aura, you lose the what they call, आप जो anointing है, जो अभिषेक है, वो आप पूरी तरह से गवा देते हो और वो या तो कम हो जाता है, जो द स्पिरिचुअल प्रावेस, द पावर बिकम्स लेस इन यू बिकॉज यू हैव पोर्ट्रेड अ नेगेटिव इमोशन. Okay, you will be amazed at the interesting things that you will learn about yourself, and you will get results almost from the beginning. Now if you take up this mental diet, you will get positive results immediately. Pakka, that's a guaranteed process. You will get definite changes coming into your life. So what we need to do is we need to create new thought habits. We have a certain pattern. अब तक हमारा एक रहा है कि हम ऐसा ही सोचते हैं. हम लोग वी हैव इम्प्रूव्ड इन सर्टेन एरिया. हमने कई चीजों में अपनी लाइफ को सुधारा है विद express help from, I'm sure wherever Sagarika ji is there, people are always improving every day. Definitely, because she is such a positive energy person, and also she is a very focused person that वो जिनको जिसको टच करती हैं उसके लाइफ में डेफिनेटली बहुत ही प्रगति होती है और वो बेटर होते रहते हैं. लेकिन हम लोगों को ये सोचना है कि हम जो ये we must form a new habit of thought which will help us that when we are preoccupied or off guard. जैसे घर में बैठे हैं, एक सेशन हुआ, मेरे साथ हुआ, सागरिका जी आपको रोज मिलती होंगी शायद, whichever forum, and you are positive. Then when you go back home and you are alone or in your family environment, what is the thought process at that time? So we make efforts to control our thoughts. We all do. हम जानते हैं, we know internally, कह रहे नेगेटिव नहीं सोचना चाहिए, अच्छा सोचो, अच्छा सोचेंगे तो अच्छा होगा. लेकिन थॉट स्ट्रीम जो है हमारा, वो या बाहर से जो बॉम्बार्डमेंट होता है ख्यालों का, थॉट्स का, जो आते हैं हमारे अंदर, विचार आते हैं, उसको हम वी कैन नॉट आफ्टर सम टाइम वी गेट टायर्ड एंड देन वी लेट इट कम. एंड व्हेन वी रिएक्ट, जैसे सपोज माय वाइफ सेज समथिंग टू मी, शी इज समथिंग वेरी सिली, So if I am trained properly in a mental diet kind of thing, then I will not react negatively. Otherwise, if I am off guard, I will react. अब उनको फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं, because she is used to living the normal life के लोग ऐसा react करते हैं. लेकिन the effect मेरे को effect पड़ता है, मुझे effect जरूर पड़ेगा अगर मैं negative react करता हूं तो. So that's very important. So the new thought habit must be formed. Now decision. The decision that you have to take, a firm decision takes you across to your final destination. You have to take a decision that you give 1 week only to the task of building a new habit of thought. And during that week, let everything in your life be unimportant as compared to that. That should be your top priority. You have to take this call whenever you want to do, start tomorrow, day after, 10 days ke baad. But the decision has to be very, very firm. This will be a turning point for you. Your whole life will change for the better. Pakka, guaranteed, 100%. Your life will change for the better, 100% guaranteed. Nothing will possibly remain the same. Major changes आपकी लाइफ में आएंगे. That means जो difficulties हैं, जो challenges हैं आपकी लाइफ में, वो चली जाएंगी. You will see them flying away, and you will see that positivity coming into one, and अच्छी अच्छी चीजें आपकी जिंदगी में आने चालू हो जाएंगी. अच्छे अच्छे लोग आपकी जिंदगी में आने चालू हो जाएंगे. Everybody you meet will be beautiful. They will work in your favor. Only good things will come into your life. Only great, glorious people will come into your life. Negative people will stop coming, because you, with your positive mindset, will attract. You are a powerful magnet. You will attract the positive people in your life. आप एक चुंबक की तरह अच्छे अच्छे लोगों को अपने तरफ अट्रैक्ट करोगे, जो आपका भला करने के लिए ही जैसे पैदा हुए हैं. आपको लगेगा ये आदमी तो सारा, अभी ऐसे कई लोगों को मैं मिलता हूँ, जो मुझे, मैं मिलने के पहले लोगों ने मुझे दे टोल्ड मी, अरे क्वेश्चन कर दिया, ये बहुत बदमाश आदमी है यार, तुम संभाल के रहना इससे, ये बदमाश आदमी है, तुम इसके साथ डील करने जा रहे हो, इसका बैकग्राउंड ये वो है. मैं बोलता हूँ नहीं, मैं अपने दिमाग में सोचता हूँ नहीं, ओनली गुड पीपल आर कमिंग, गॉड इज ओनली सेंडिंग गुड पीपल टू मी एंड आई अट्रैक्ट गुड पीपल. नाउ दैट बदमाश आदमी जो है ना, जो गुंडा बदमाश आदमी है, जो सबको चीट करता है, वो आके ही स्टार्ट्स डूइंग गुड थिंग्स टू मी सडनली, and he is hugging me, and is becoming my friend, my brother, and he is working things in my favor. Whatever business deal or any other talk that I am doing with him, he is working in my favor. He is giving me the best deals, as if he is working on behalf of me only. So this thing happens, and it is not, I'm not talking something impossible. I'm not talking something out of imagination. This is the change that has happened in my life. And if it has happened in my life, 100% guaranteed it can happen in your life. It will happen if you decide to take that call. So nothing will possibly remain the same. The difficulties will go. Pakka. So go on the 7-day mental diet, and conditions must change for you. 100% guarantee ke saath it will change. Your decision now. Okay. What is the prescription? What do you have to do? For 7 days, you must not allow yourself to dwell for a single moment on any kind of negative thought. On any thought that is not positive, constructive, optimistic, or kind. Love is above all. Kindness and love. Love is above all. You have to love everything and everybody unconditionally to remain positive. If you don't have love, all other things are gone. कुछ नहीं होगा. आपके अंदर निस्वार्थ प्रेम होना चाहिए. प्रेम का भाव, निस्वार्थ प्रेम का भाव. जैसे गॉड आपको भगवान आपको प्यार करते हैं निस्वार्थ प्रेम से, कोई स्वार्थ नहीं है उसमें, and doesn't depend on how much you love God, but God loves you. Similarly, you are called to love everybody, because आप बोलते हो परमात्मा मेरे अंदर रहते हैं, God lives in me. If God lives in you, why are you behaving contrary to what God is? God is love, so you also should be full of love. So positive, constructive, optimistic, kind, and loving. So this discipline is very strenuous, and you cannot maintain it consciously for more than a week. Okay, it is very strenuous. You cannot maintain it more than a week. It becomes a pain, एक वीक के बाद it becomes a pain. So 1 week if अगर आपने कर लिया तो आपका माइंड बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी तरह ट्रेन हो जाएगा. उसके बाद आप फिल्टर इन अच्छी तरह से फिल्टरिंग कर सकोगे कि क्या थॉट को आने देना है, क्या नहीं आने देना है. बट ये जो 1 वीक रहेगा, इसमें तो एक भी थॉट को आने नहीं देना है. उसके बाद कुछ एक थॉट्स आएंगे जाएंगे, लेकिन आप कंट्रोल में रहोगे. आप अपना जो कंट्रोल है, नियंत्रण जो है, उसको खोगे नहीं कभी. You will be concentrated कि yeah, this is not right यार. Or if you do it, you say something or do something negative, or a negative thought come, you will immediately ask for pardon. Is somebody on unmute? Sorry. So a week will be enough, because by that time the habit of positive thinking will begin to be established, and extraordinary changes for the better will happen, encouraging you enormously, and then the future will take care of itself. There is going to be a fantastic sea change happening in your life. Once you go through this 7 days, there will be tremendous changes for the positive in your life, and you will see that suddenly जो there was a blockage, एक बाधा थी कि लाइफ चेंज नहीं हो रही है, जैसे है वैसे ही चल रही है, वो suddenly there will be a tremendous change happening. That's for sure. So the new way of life will be so attractive and so much easier than the old way that you will find your mentality aligning itself automatically. Automatically you will after that thought habit formation has taken place, you will be able to do it very, very easily. But the 7 days are going to be very strenuous. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but they are going to be strenuous. Physical fasting, whole day fasting will be something very simple compared to what you are going to get into. ये आसान नहीं है, लेकिन ये miraculous है. ये कड़वा घूंट है, लेकिन ये कड़वा घूंट पीने के बाद आपकी लाइफ में मजे आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. And it is said that the most exhausting form of army gymnastics, ये जो मैंने बताया है, सबसे exhausting army gymnastics combined with 30-mile route marches would be mild in comparison with this mental diet of 7 days. I'm not trying to scare you, but that is what it is going to be. It's not going to be easy. If you're going to be honest to yourself, then it's not going to be easy. But if you're dishonest and you say, "ठीक है, आया, चलो जान दो, I'm okay." No. You have to be honest. That's why I will come to that, how you need to take a decision. But it is only for 1 week, okay? and it will definitely alter everything for the better, for the rest of your life, for eternity. In fact, things will be utterly different and inconceivably better. That's a guarantee again. Things will be positively changed, different, and definitely better. More than you can think or ask, the grace will come into you. More than you can think or ask. That is the change that is going to come. आप सोच तक कितना उसके बारे में सोच नहीं सकते कि आपको कितना बेनिफिट इससे मिलेगा. Caution is there, very important. Do not start it lightly. Think about it for a day or two before you begin. But once you do start, you must go right through the 7 days. That is essential. You cannot say 2 दिन मैंने किया, अब 4 दिन का ब्रेक ले लेता हूं, फिर 2 दिन करूंगा, फिर 2 दिन का ब्रेक ले लेता हूं. No. 7 days continuously you have to do. 7 days of unbroken mental discipline to get the mind definitely bent. विचारधारा को बेंड करना है, पूरी तरह से मोड़ देना है. जो ट्रेंड है उसका उसको मोड़ना है. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी इजी, ओके, बट यू कैन डू इट. नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल. आई डोंट थिंक एनीथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल. And once and for all, that means, once and for all, you will be a different person. I became a different person when I followed this kind of a procedure. I was a totally different person. And that guarantee I can give you. You will be a different person totally. Your life will totally transform for the better. Pakka, 100%. Next thing is that if you make a false start, or even if you go on well for 2 to 3 days, and then for any reason fall off, you're not able to do, the negative thought has come, you have entertained that negative thought, or you have dwelt upon it, you are dwelling upon that thought, and आप उसको लिंगर होने दिया, मैं उसका एक एग्जांपल भी बताऊंगा, then it is called off, it's gone. You cannot say कि नहीं चलेगा, मैं ये आज का छोड़ देता हूं, अभी कल के कभी आधे घंटे में फिर ठीक हो जाऊंगा. No. Once you have allowed, that means you have entertained or you have dwelt upon it. आप उसके ऊपर concentrate आपने कर दिया, आपने अपना टेम्पर खो दिया, and circumstances will come like that. Circumstances will come like that. But be careful. Keep that firm decision that these 7 days are the most important days of my life. Drop the scheme. If there is any problem, drop the scheme altogether for several days and then think and start again. There is no jumping in and jumping out, no on and off. You have to be very clear. This is no child's play. This is no fun and games. Here we are talking very seriously of a major life transforming exercise. Major life transforming. And I think everybody needs it, especially people who are, senior citizens or people who are, young. I'm not saying children, but people who are, in their youth, who are well understanding and who understand everything, who are married, who are into profession, who are into, corporate or into their own business or whatever, or any stage of their life, whether women who are in their 40s, 50s, or, men who are coming to that age, 55, 60, where major life changes are happening, physically, emotionally, mentally, in the body. A lot of changes are happening. That is the most important time when the positive mindset will help you. So caution, you must positively count every lapse, and whether you do or not, nature will. You will automatically realize कि नहीं मैंने गलत किया है. Be honest to yourself. But when there is a lapse, you must go off the diet altogether and restart again. Giving it time. Don't say कि मैं आज बंद कर दिया, कल से फिर शुरुआत करता हूँ. No. Give it time, think over it, and then start. What are the challenges? What are the challenges that you can accept? Expect and accept. What you have to accept. One negative thought, a negative thought is any thought of failure, disappointment, or trouble. Failure, disappointment, or trouble. अरे मैंने ये कोशिश किया, ये नहीं हुआ, या मैं तो ये चाहता था, मेरे लिए किसी ने किया नहीं. Disappointment. और मेरा तो सबसे फेमस डायलॉग है जो मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं और हमेशा उसको दोहराता हूं. Expectation is the mother of all disappointments. जहां आप अपेक्षा रखोगे When you keep an expectation from something or someone, especially in your family members, then you are bound to be disappointed because people don't work the way you think. So don't expect anything from anyone. जब तक जान है, अपना काम खुद कीजिए, अपने पानी खुद लीजिए, अपना खाना खुद लीजिए. अगर नहीं है जान, डिपेंडेंट है, तब भी मन से अपेक्षा मत रखिए. Only good things are coming, positive things are coming. So positive people will help you. But the moment you start expecting and if you start getting disappointed, it will not work. So these 7 days you have to be very careful. कोई फेलियर हुआ, एक कोई चीज आपने अटेम्प्ट की, वो नहीं हुआ और उसको लेके बैठ गए, अरे यार मैं तो आई एम अ फेलियर, या क्यों हो गया, मैंने जो इतना काम किया था, इतना अच्छा किया था, फेल क्यों हो गया, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट क्यों हो गई, ट्रबल क्यों आ गया लाइफ में, बच्चा क्यों बीमार पड़ गया, बीवी क्यों बीमार पड़ गई बीमार, ठीक है, मेडिसिन देंगे, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. फियर, ट्रबल, टेंशन, वरी, एंजाइटी का थॉट आने नहीं देने का. कॉन्शियसली थ्रो इट ऑफ, consciously throw it off. Or any kind of criticism or spite, जलन, jealousy, condemnation of others. अरे वो तो ऐसा है, वो, अरे फिजूल का हम लोग किसी के लिए भी, अरे किसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, अरे वो तो बदमाश है यार, वो तो ऐसा ही है, उसका तो कैरेक्टर ही नहीं है, उसकी बेटी उसके साथ घूम रही है, उसका बेटा उसके साथ घूम रहा है, उसका पति का दूसरी औरत के साथ जा रहा है, उसकी पत्नी, ऑल द नेगेटिव टॉक्स, नेगेटिव थॉट्स, हमारा काम नहीं है इसमें. ये दुनिया करती है, हम दुनिया में रहे हैं, हमने भी शायद किया है, लेकिन आज ये डिसीजन हम ले रहे हैं कि आज के बाद नहीं करेंगे और 7 दिन तक नहीं करेंगे और ये आदत डालेंगे अपने अंदर और 7 दिन के बाद हम पूरी तरह से चेंज हो जाएंगे. वी विल बी अमंग द टॉप 3 to 5% ऑफ पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड हु आर हैविंग अ वेरी वेरी पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट. हम किसी को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करते, हम किसी के बारे में गॉसिप नहीं करते, किसी के बारे में नेगेटिव नहीं सोचते, हम हमेशा पॉजिटिव सोचते हैं. ये हमको चेंज लाना है. सो नो क्रिटिसिज्म, नो जेलसी, नो एनवी कि अरे उसको मिला मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला, वो तो पापी है, वो बदमाश आदमी है, देखो उसकी कितनी प्रगति हो रही है, वो थॉट्स नहीं आने चाहिए. ये आपको अवॉइड करना है. एनी थॉट ऑफ सिकनेस और एक्सीडेंट, अरे मैं बाहर गया मेरा एक्सीडेंट हो जाएगा, मैं बीमार पड़ जाऊंगा, बीमार हो रहा हूं, अरे थोड़ी सी खांसी आई तो कोविड हो गया, नहीं हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ. Positive, I am healthy, strong, powerful, healthy, strong, powerful, nothing is going to happen to me. Positive thoughts. और अगर बीमारी आई भी, दवा ले लो, खत्म करो उसको, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. नेगेटिव सोचने की जरूरत नहीं कि मैं, अब मेरे को जुकाम हुआ और मुझे कोविड भी हो गया, मैं वेंटिलेटर में ही पहुंच गया. वहां तक आप पहुंच जाते हो कभी कभी, जहां खांसी आई आदमी वेंटिलेटर में पहुंच जाता है, कहीं तो श्मशान पहुंच जाता है. वो नहीं होना चाहिए, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. कल मैं मर गया तो क्या होगा, अरे मर गया तो फिर कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला, मर गया तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला, फिर तो खत्म ही हो गया, तुम तो मोक्ष प्राप्त कर लिया आपने, फिर क्यों सोचते हो. मर गए, जब तक जिंदा हो तभी तक प्रॉब्लम है, मरने के बाद कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. एनी काइंड ऑफ लिमिटेशन ऑफ पेसिमिस्टिक थिंकिंग, पेसिमिस्टिक थिंकिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू हैव टू थिंक पॉजिटिव, talk optimistic. You know, I'll tell you a little story which I always tell in my sessions is कि there were 2 guys friends, you know, one was a optimist and one is a pessimist. दोनों खड़े हैं रामलीला ग्राउंड में, शिवाजी पार्क के मैदान में, जो भी ग्राउंड ले लो बड़ा वाला, उसमें खड़े हैं, लाखों लोग वहां पर हैं, और ये पेसिमिस्ट वाला जो बंदा है वो हमेशा नेगेटिव बोलता जा रहा है, अरे यार क्या यार, इतना गर्दी, इतना गर्मी है, ये है वो है, लोग देखो कैसे स्मेल कर रहे हैं. और ये बंदा जो पॉजिटिव, अरे बड़ा अच्छा फर्स्ट क्लास हमको इधर ज्ञान मिलने वाला है, देखो मौसम भी अच्छा है, सब अच्छा है, क्या तुम गर्मी गर्मी करते हो, खुली हवा में हम लोग खड़े हैं. और सडनली क्या होता है कि कहीं से एक चीज वो पेसिमिस्ट के सर के ऊपर गिरती है, क्योंकि एक कौवा वहां से उड़ के जाता है और कौवा कुछ उसको वरदान दे के चला जाता है उसके सर के ऊपर, पेसिमिस्ट के सर के ऊपर. तो ये पेसिमिस्ट तो ऑप्टिमिस्ट के ऊपर चढ़ जाता है. लाखों लोग खड़े हैं, तुम बोलते हो मैं पेसिमिस्ट हूं, इन लाखों लोगों में मेरे ऊपर ही क्यों, मेरे ऊपर ही क्यों तुम बोलते हो मैं पेसिमिस्ट हूं. देखो आई एम सच अ पर्सन, यू नो, अनलकी, अनफॉर्चुनेट पर्सन. लाखों लोगों में मेरा ही सर मिला था इस कौवे को. और ऑप्टिमिस्ट उसको देखता है, बोलता है थैंक गॉड एलिफेंट्स कांट फ्लाई. दैट इज ऑप्टिमिज्म. So any pessimistic thinking, any thought that is not positive, constructive in character, it concerns you or anyone else, is a negative thought. पॉजिटिव सोचना है और ये आदत बनानी है, सोच समझ के शुरुआत करनी है, ऐसे ही स्टार्ट नहीं करना है. In practice, you will never have any trouble in knowing whether a given thought is positive or negative. If you are honest to yourself, your heart will tell you. Your heart will whisper the truth. कि नहीं, अगर आपका दिमाग आपको दगा भी देने वाला है तो आपका दिल आपको बता देगा कि नहीं यार मैंने गलत, ये मेरे में नेगेटिव थॉट आया था, मैं इसको भगाऊंगा कैसे भी करके. आएंगे थॉट्स, हजारों थॉट्स आएंगे, लेकिन उनको भगाना है, पास नहीं आने देना. कैसे करना है मैं आपको बताऊंगा. सेकंड चैलेंज, you shall not entertain or dwell upon negative things. Okay, it is not the thoughts that come to you that matter, but only as you choose to entertain and dwell upon them. It is the entertaining or dwelling upon them that matters. So thoughts, negative thoughts will come by other people, by their behavior, by their conduct, by the news. Suddenly कोई war आ गया है, कुछ accident बड़ा हो गया, कोई किसी का rape हो गया, कोई कुछ हो गया, कॉल आ गया, कोई गलत समाचार लेके, इंटरनेट पे कुछ ऐसा समाचार पढ़ लिया, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. नेगेटिव थॉट्स विल कम. कुछ हुआ तो आप उसके ऊपर नेगेटिव हो गया, अरे ये तो चोर है, वो पॉलिटिशियन ऐसा है, वो पॉलिटिशियन पार्टी ऐसी है, वो उसको कोस रहे हैं, उसको कोस रहे हैं. दैट इज व्हाट द होल वर्ल्ड इज डूइंग टुडे ऑन सोशल मीडिया. यू हैव टू बी डिफरेंट. यू हैव टू बी डिफरेंट. You are not concerned कौन क्या कर रहा है. You have to be positive. So these negative thoughts will come, but don't entertain them or dwell upon them. उसको आने नहीं देना है पास में, या उसको चिपकना नहीं, उसके ऊपर ड्वेल नहीं करना है, उसके ऊपर गौर ज्यादा नहीं करना है. आया भगा दो, आया भगा दो. नेगेटिव थॉट आया भगा दो. डोंट एंटरटेन देम. आजा भाई आजा नेगेटिव थॉट. या कोई नेगेटिव बोल रहा है तो वहां बड़ा मस्ती ले रहे हैं, हम सुन रहे हैं क्या हो रहा है, सुन रहे हैं बहुत मजे से. उसका मसाला मिर्ची लगा के कोई गॉसिप कर रहा है तो हम उसको मजे से सुन रहे हैं. नो 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 नो, उठ के भागो वहां से. नेगेटिविटी आनी नहीं चाहिए. किसी के भी विरोध प्रेम का भाव छोड़ के कोई और भाव नहीं आना चाहिए. इट हैज टू बी ओनली प्योर अनकंडीशनल लव टुवर्ड्स एवरीबody, a positive thought. So when a negative thought floats into your mind, immediately turn it out and think of something else. Negative thoughts will come. They are definitely going to come. Immediately turn it out. भगाओ उसको. मैं जो करता हूं वो ये, cancel cancel cancel. I say this 3 words. Cancel cancel cancel. भगाओ. Think of something new. Thought आता है. Things will happen. Circumstances will give you that. Okay. For example, this is a very simple example to understand. ये एक जो फायर प्लेस रहता है जहां पर आग लगाते हैं, नॉर्थ में ज्यादा चलता है ये, तो वे जहां आग लगाते हैं. Now what happens is when you are sitting in front of an open fire, sometimes there is one चिंगारी जो उड़ती है, a cinder, red hot cinder will come and probably come on your clothes. आपने शाल पहनी है या कोट पहना है या just normal मेरे जैसा शर्ट पहना है, and that will come on you. What people do will normally reaction is भगा देते, कुछ नहीं होता. वो आता है गिरता है, भगा देते, कुछ नहीं होता. लेकिन अगर उसको रहने देंगे, उसको देखते रहेंगे, आजा आजा आजा, फिर वो होल करेगा और आपको जलाएगा भी. सिमिलर टू दिस इज द नेगेटिव थॉट. नेगेटिव थॉट विल कम, तुरंत उसको भगाना, तुरंत उसको भगाना. हट, कैंसल कैंसल कैंसल. सो इट इज विद द नेगेटिव थॉट. डोंट लेट इट रेस्ट. डोंट लेट इट कम इनटू योर माइंड एंड स्टॉप देयर. नो, उसको भगा, उसको भगा. कैंसल कैंसल कैंसल, or whatever words you want to use. I use cancel 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 cancel. भगा. नेगेटिव मत सोच, पॉजिटिव सोच, पॉजिटिव सोच, पॉजिटिव सोच. आमिर खान बोलता था all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well. Something that can give you positivity. I told you earlier that it is not going to be easy. You can do fasting for 7 days, 10 days, 9 days. That will be very easy compared to what you're going to do. But I'm not scaring you. This is going to be a game changer, a life changer. Benefits बहुत ज्यादा हैं compared to the effort that you're going to take. Benefits are tremendous and positive 100%. So what are the negative thoughts and conditions which are impossible to avoid at the point where you are today? What about the ordinary troubles that you will have to meet in the office or at home? Such negative experiences or conditions will not affect your diet provided that you do not accept them by fearing them, by believing them, by being angry, indignant, or sad about them, or by giving them any power at all over you. Negative conditions will come. When I started on the diet, you will not believe, after 2 or 3 days, I was actually doing a physical, a nutrition program also with one of our, colleagues called Madhuri ji. And I had really gone on a very, very strict diet. And, I was eating, like I said, all those red peppers and broccolis and all that. So I was doing something for my good health. Suddenly, after 2-3 days, my wife took off like a rocket on me. ये क्या तमाशा चालू किया है, this that, what the hell are you eating yaar, I don't know what to eat along with you. And she went on a tangent. Absolutely, all of us a happy married couple, first class life चल रही है. Suddenly she went on a tangent. Now मेरा reaction, normal reaction हमारा क्या होता है, अरे यार कुछ अपनी हेल्थ के लिए कर रहा हूं, तुमको प्रॉब्लम क्या है, और तुमको तकलीफ नहीं दे रहा हूं, खुद ही जाके बना रहा हूं, तो तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम नहीं. चुप बोल रही है ना, चुप. Cancel. You will not believe. And something that I was doing for my own health, so that I can become fitter, better, and have a good, much healthier life, that she went against. That is what will happen to you also. Something which 100% I'm doing is right and I'm not troubling anybody. लेकिन आपको एक ऐसा बॉम्ब मिलेगा, वो भी सबसे क्लोज पर्सन से, लाइक वाइफ, वो राशन पानी लेके जो बोलते हैं ना, चढ़ गई मेरे ऊपर. और मेरा रिएक्शन उस टाइम पे क्या होना चाहिए था, या तो come on यार, I am doing it for myself, justifying, I am doing it for my health. If my health is good, you will be a happier person. If my health, something happened to me, ultimately you will be in trouble, you will have to look after me. No justification, no excuses. चुप रहो, कैंसिल. शांति. अपने आप 1 दिन 2 दिन के बाद वो शांत हो गई. And then she started supporting me. So this negative backlash जो है ना, it may come. Be aware, it may come. It may come. So don't worry about it. Nothing will happen to you. डरिए मत, एक्सेप्ट भी मत कीजिए कि नहीं यार मैं, चल ठीक है तू बोल रही है ना, तब नॉर्मल क्या है, अभी हम लोग men, we are very docile people generally. ओके, बीवी बोल रही है तो चलो ठीक है यार, तू जो बोलेगी वो खाऊंगा. तो वो भी नहीं करना है, एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करना है, डरना भी नहीं है, बीवी से डरना भी नहीं है. मतलब ये तो बहुत बड़ा टास्क बता रहा हूँ कि बीवी से डरना नहीं है. मैन बी केयरफुल, बीवी से डरना नहीं है. और बिलीविंग देम, इफ यू डोंट बिलीव, द आउटकम, बट कीप क्वाइट. गुस्सा भी नहीं आना है, दुखी भी नहीं होना है, सेल्फ पिटी भी नहीं करना है, और सर्कमस्टेंसेस को अपने ऊपर पावर भी लाने नहीं देना. Difficult but not impossible. And once you go through this 7 days, outcome is going to be fantastic. So with that in mind, ये सब जो नेगेटिव थिंग्स हैं, इसको आपको भगाना है. नो नेगेटिव थॉट. ये जो नेगेटिव थॉट वाला दिख रहा है ना, लाल कीड़ा, इसको भगा देने का है. ठीक है.
Sorry, Captain ji, we are it's 6:59. Another maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, I don't have much to go, but yeah, it should be over.
Yeah.
Okay, so day-to-day negative conditions will not affect your diet. Okay, negative things may happen at home, at office, whatever. Don't allow them to affect you. Suppose you are with a friend who talks negatively, don't try to shut them up. Let them talk, but do not accept what they say. Or suppose you're coming home, greeted with a lot of negative conversation. What happened to me? Do not preach a sermon, but simply do not accept it. It's your mental consent, your consent. आपकी अनुमति बहुत important है. That constitutes the diet. Your consent, your permission, your consent. Okay. So instead of reacting with pity or indignation, जो accident अगर आपने देखा, act of injustice देखा, refuse to accept the appearance that is face value. Don't do anything that you can to do the right things, right the matters, but that's it. You will still be on the diet. Don't worry. So negative, avoid meeting negative people. Okay, negative things and negative people, वो week में आप avoid करो. Such people, if you want, you're not going to meet them, try to avoid them. Don't meet them, so that don't pressurize yourself. People who get on your nerves or rub you off the wrong way, जो irritating है आपके life में, पता है कि ये इसकी शक्ल देख के गुस्सा आने वाला है, उससे दूर भाग जाओ. Okay, why to test yourself? Why to tempt yourself? And if it is not possible to avoid them, then you must take a little extra discipline, and that is all, nothing else. Plan properly before starting. You really plan it, as I said, wait and start the diet as soon as, or if you're not really going to got a challenging week coming ahead, then don't do it. Start after a week. Okay. And do not take up the diet lightly, but think it over well first before starting. Stay strong. It's a good sign. You may find, that starting seems to stir up a lot of difficulties. As I said, it got difficulties. A lot of difficulties in my account. You might find negative things happening. Things are already going haywire, but it's a good sign. You might suddenly find things going wrong, but it's a good sign. Don't worry. It's a good sign, as it says. Even if the whole world seems to rock on its foundation, hold on steadily, let it rock. And when the rocking is over, the picture would have resembled itself into something much nearer to your heart's desire. Your life will become so beautiful. Even if you have to go through that negativity, don't worry. Don't deny that the world is rocking an experience. Accept it. Yeah, it is rocking. But no, I refuse to take the appearance for the reality, and you will truly overcome. You will overcome. Definitely, 100%. Closing word of caution, keep quiet. Do not tell anybody that you're going through that. I had not even told my wife that I'm going through this. Don't tell anybody that you're on this diet or that what you intend to do. Keep this project to yourself. Do it beautifully. Once it's over, once you're confident, then you tell other people, introduce them to it, teach them about it, or bring them to me, whichever way. But till that time, chup rahiye. That is the best thing, because the moment, again, the negativities will come more. So your own reaction to other people's concern can do that. Okay. So that's the end of my slideshow, as I may call it, and open to questions. Anything else that you want to say?
Thank you very much, Captain G. Wonderful. So my friends here, Miss Swati, please. Miss Madhumita, yeah, come on.
Okay, thank you so much. I really like what you said. I have one question though. ये पूछना था कि अगर हम किसी कोई अन्याय देखते हैं, तो आपने बोला कि हमें नेगेटिव और कैंसिल बोलना है अन्याय, तो इसका मतलब है हम अन्याय देखें और ना बोलें कुछ, तो ये तो सही नहीं होता है ना। लाइफ में हम देख रहे हैं कि कुछ गलत हो रहा है किसी के साथ, तो हम वहां से कैसे हट जाए? हम रिएक्ट तो करेंगे।
आप जो भी पॉजिटिव,
हाँ, अन्याय मेरे साथ नहीं हो रहा है, पर कहीं और हो रहा है और किसी के साथ गलत हो रहा है, तो हमको आवाज ना उठाएं। तो इसके बारे में जरा
आप जो सिचुएशन है, दैट इज व्हाट आई सेड, कि जो सिचुएशन है उसके लिए जितना आप अपने तरफ से कर सकते हो करो, लेकिन अपने मन में किसी के प्रति, जो गुनाहगार है या कोई भी है, उसके प्रति अपने अंदर नेगेटिविटी, नकारात्मक थॉट, हेट्रेड के थॉट, you are not the judge, we are not the judge, I am not the judge, let us not judge anybody. Okay, we try to set it right. Suppose you find suddenly on the road somebody is being raped, definitely you go to the rescue of that girl and you will protect her, but without any negative thought against the person who is doing it. You save that girl, do the best for that situation, come off it, and then that's it for these 7 days only. And I'm sure once you start this 7 days, besides some of the silly things that are happening, I'm sure you will not. I'll pray that you don't also get into such kind of war-like situations, situations or rape-like situations where such a big anyaya is happening, and if it's really happening and you cannot, you really want to hammer somebody, do that hammering and then stop the diet. Come after 7 days and start again.
All right, ठीक है। तो उतनी बड़ी बात तो नहीं था रेप तक, हम रोज कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे देखते हैं, हम किसी को टोक देते हैं, पर हाँ, आपने जो बोला वो मन में नहीं रखना, वो आदमी के प्रति हमें नेगेटिविटी, वो सिचुएशन के प्रति होना चाहिए, नॉट फॉर द पर्सन, राइट?
नो, या, एंड इवन अगेंस्ट द सिचुएशन, डोंट, हम लोग बहुत कुछ टोकते हैं सोच के कि हम सही हैं. That's the point. You see, like I could have told my wife, "Yeah, I'm doing the diet for myself. Yeah, what the hell are you trying to tell me all this?" But that is also not to come for the 7 days. Those 7 days you have to be very careful कि मैं कोई भी ऐसा reaction, unless it is a earth shattering thing, like a rape or something like that, it's a very earth shattering thing. So there, okay, you can stop your diet, okay, do what you ask to be done, but of course not taking the law into your hands or whatever. So we are not talking of extreme circumstances, and if you anticipate extreme or encounter extreme circumstances, let it go, forget about it.
All right, thank you so much. For 7 days we have to be very strong. All right, thank you.
And one more thing which I want to add, Sagarika ji,
Yeah.
See, if anybody wants to do this 7-day diet in a very focused manner and along with the community, I am open to having a WhatsApp group. We already have a WhatsApp group with us, which is called Mental Diet. I can I can give the admin rights to Sagarika ji, and from your community, if anybody wants to join and do it, I can be there for 7 days guiding people, or not too much of conversation, just people going through it and coming, if they have an issue, of course they can directly contact me. So I'll be on that group as an admin too, and I will just posting the these some of the processes as what you need to do, a reminder, because this PowerPoint is of no use if it's just there in your hand. So I will be posting day to day kind of the extract from this PowerPoint, some key points that what you can encounter, you have started now. That's a little bit of guidance I am willing to give from my side. If anybody is willing to do that process, we have done it earlier after my first session when I took it. We had about
cancel. We did it, and I went through it, and indeed it was wonderful. So that's why I thought, let me just get Captain over here and let him address all of you all. Because if you have a positive mindset, you can see the change in your life, complete change. It's a 360-degree change in your life, because negativity is inevitable. But if you change your mindset, and the moment you learn to face it, life is very beautiful, very, very beautiful.
Okay, so I wanted to say is liked your session very much, Mr. Vijan. And the takeaway from today's session is we have to utter this word cancel very often. Isn't it?
We have to. I do it all the time, even now.
Thank you once again.
Yeah, so Sagarika ji, you can initiate that.
I'll do that.
If you want, if people are interested, I am available. I'm just open up. And to anybody else who has joined here from any other community, you can get in touch with me from the RYB or any other community where people have joined
maybe, Sanjay ji, you can put the WhatsApp this thing over here in the chat box.
What?
Dhiruben wants to speak something.
Yeah, Dhiruben, you want to say
something?
No, I will send it to you, Sagarika ji. I'll send it
put
to
it on
you.
the group, and then they can join. Okay, done.
I will what I will do is I will make you a member of that group, and I will give you admin rights. Then people can communicate with you, and you can add them on, because I don't have their numbers.
Fine. I'll do that. I'll do that. Certainly.
Thank you.
Sarah ji, any questions? Mom, any questions?
It was like being in satsang, and I would say, badle na duniya, badal jaye hum, tabhi milega sacha parmanand. We have to change ourselves. That's all.
True.
Absolutely.
Yes, Gulapiti ji, कोई प्रश्न? तनुजा जी, आप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए. गुलाब जी, आप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए अपने आप को.
Like one more thing I would like to say.
Yeah, please, yes.
Like इन्होंने कहा cancel. Whenever the negative thought comes, you should say cancel. And same thing we also follow. Instead of cancel, I say wrong number. Just कभी phone किसी का आ जाता है, we say wrong number. Immediately we put it down. We don't even attend to it. The same way, anytime negative thought comes, and I say wrong number.
Wonderful. Good. That's
good. We all have our own way of dealing with it.
Yeah. We all have our own way. It is just it is not cancel is not some mantra. You can have your own thing.
Anything copied will not work.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So shall we end today's session then?
Can I ask a question on lighter note? Can I ask on lighter note?
आप पूछिए वासुदेव जी. Yes.
Captain sir, आपने बोला कि जो आप डाइट जो चार्ट था जो भी डाइट का जो फॉलो कर रहे थे आप, और आपका वाइफ ने आपको डांटा, भाभी ने डांटा आपको, है ना? तो आपने कुछ नहीं बोला. But does she know that diet chart is from Madhuri ji? Does she know that?
She does know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It was nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Captain ji. Once again, gratitude to you. Gratitude to you for accepting this invitation. Thank you so much.
God bless.
And we will. You can make me the this thing. I mean, the admin, and I'll get the numbers whoever wants to join it. 7 days course, and I tell you, it will refresh you. Absolutely refresh you. It will change your complete mindset. You will rewire your brain completely. So
it will not only refresh you, it will renew you totally, reform you, transform you. Pakka.
अच्छा लगा.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye
God bless.
Very nice.
bye.
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
I'll share the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you.